Cauldron for a doll using a round plastic bottle, Mod Podge, or a container from a gumball machine, beads, paper clips, split rings or jump rings, craft paint, and glue. I start by cutting off the lower end of a rounded bottle. Make a small hole on the sides, unfold a paper clip, bend it into a curve, bend the ends so they can fit in the holes on the bottle to make a handle. Or take a container from a gumball machine, glue beads to the bottom, glue split rings or jump rings to the sides, use different shaped plastic caps like this one from salad dressing, or different beads to make a different style. Paint them black by adding multiple thin coats and allowing them to dry in between. Then tap it with paint to make texture, seal it with Mod Podge, and you're done.
Happy crafting!
Glue. I start by making a sweater for a doll using a pair of fun socks. Using the same ideas from our doll Christmas sweater video, I cut a portion of the sock. For a smaller doll like a 10 to 12 inch, I can use one sock for the torso. However, for an 18 inch, I will need two. Turn them so the good side is on the inside. Cut the top corners at an angle. Cut the leftover sock into two pieces, turn them inside out, cut one side at an angle to match the top of the sweater. Use the top cuff for the bottom, cut off pieces from the matching sock for the collar, and cut rectangles, fold them in half with the good side facing out for the cuffs. Take the cuff with the good side facing up, line up the raw edges with the bottom of the sleeve. Use a needle and thread to sew a straight line across. To attach the cuff, fold the sleeve in half with the good side on the inside, sew a straight line along the bottom edge, turn it inside out, place it in the body of the sweater, lining up the raw edges, sew a straight line around the armhole, repeat on the other side, turn the sweater right side out, take the band for the top of the sock, turn it inside out, then place it over the bottom of the sweater. Line up the raw edges, sew a straight line all the way around. Then flip it over to show a clean edge. Stretch out the opening for the neck, stretch the band for the collar. With the good side facing down, place it at the top of the sweater, line up the raw edges, and sew it into place while keeping the material stretched. This gives the top an elastic stretch so that it can fit over the doll's head. So it can be placed on the doll just like a normal sweater. However, depending on the doll, I may choose to cut a small line in the back, sew around the raw edge, sew a hook and eye onto the back of the collar, so it can be closed. When making the sweater from two pieces, first I sew on the bottom edge, then lay them good side to good side. Starting under the arm, sew along the side. Then continue just as before to make the sweater. Now I cut a rectangle of fabric. If using a sewing machine, sew a zigzag stitch across the top and bottom, hem the bottom, lay a piece of elastic along the top, fold it over and sew a straight line across, turn it over so the good side is facing up, then fold it in half, pull the elastic to gather the top, then sew a straight line down the side, making sure to sew the elastic in place. Trim off the excess, turn it inside out, to make her skirt. Cut a piece of ribbon, sew or glue elastic to the ends to make a headband. Cut thin pieces of a metallic duct tape. Using a pin, put two squares on the doll's teeth if they are visible, then a small strip across, taking care not to scratch the doll. To make braces, add a toy pig to make the look of Mabel Pines. And you're done.
Happy crafting!